Ghost of Tabor is one of the biggest, fastest growing shooters in VR. It's an extraction point, often compared to Escape from Tarkov. Well, now it's getting enough mainstream attention that Ghost of Tabor is launching its own flavor with Glytch Energy. And they sent us this to check out. So I thought, since all of you sent us GamerSupps and GFuel and everything else, that we'd taste this and see what we think. Let's open it up. Now, all of us came in here early just to try this, so if you can't tell, I'm tired. I've had 0 caffeine, and this thing touts that it's gonna really fix us up because it's got 225 milligrams of caffeine, which is like double GamerSupps and 50% more than GFuel. I probably shouldn't be wielding knives this early when I'm this tired. All right, we have Skill Issue, which is a great name, by the way. Now, before GFuel had ever sent us any of this, I'd never tried any of this stuff. I mean, I've had Monsters and Rockstars and that kind of stuff, but I had never had any of these like powdered gamer energy drinks. And I'm still leery about them, but since we have a whole bunch in there, I can tell you that me and editor John have definitely been delving into the world probably too much. And what I found is the best way, the way that I like it the most, is with this soda stream that actually Assassin 32 VR gave me, and carbonating the water first and then doing it, because then it just makes it way better. And luckily Glytch sent us a bottle to mix it up. By the bottle size, I think they're like looking to encourage you to either drink more water or maybe just add more fluid to them. I don't think it glows in the dark. We'll test that further. It says it's a sport shaker. It's weird how easily it opens. Like, it opens extremely easily, but it closes with a hard snap, so it makes you feel like it's securely closed, but man, it opens easily. Okay, apparently they wanted us to know about all their flavors, so they sent Foxy Lemonade, Smurf Juice, Nerdies, Maui Punch, Limit Test. They're definitely going for a real gamer energy on all this with that cool fox on there. I shook it up before use as recommended. I have not tasted or tested this yet. Somewhat familiar scoop. It's kind of like the GFuel one. It closes up and then you've got it like this. Although because the hole's so small, like it's meant to be able to be dumped into a small water bottle, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get away with the trick I was doing with the GFuel. Oh yeah. We're good. I'm able to just scoop it with that on, so you're not opening it every time, because you open that every time, you're gonna end up with powder everywhere. All right, their official recommendation is 10 to 12 ounces. You have to be careful with the carbonation though, because sometimes these powders react and they bubble up like crazy. It's like you're mixing up a health potion here. Oh man, look how foamy that got. Okay, I will say that maybe the Glytch foams up a lot harder. I feel like we're making cotton candy. Oh man, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. How tall can it go? Oh God, okay. I think that's it. Uh-oh. 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 We're good. We're good. Okay, that's 10 ounces. I think we made it. There's no way I'm getting this shut. Go down. So what's weird is this didn't bubble. This made proper like cappuccino foam. So someone's gonna have to actually eat this foam because it's not gonna go down, I don't think. At least not for a very long time. I also do not recommend hard shaking this with carbonation. I'm just gonna do this number. Give it a little twirl. All right, now I've got editor John here. I've got new Neo who's here with us. I wouldn't say I am, at least 2 months ago, I wouldn't say I was a caffeine addict. I have been doing more of these than I would like to admit since we came to the studio because there's so much to do. I wouldn't call myself a heavy user. John probably does more caffeine than I do, so he'll probably get the least jittery. And I don't think Neo really does energy drinks or coffee, so this will be interesting for him. All right, guys. All right, Skill Issue, AKA Bomber Popsicle. Whew. Yeah, 10 ounces is the strong serving. You could definitely water this down a lot more.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, you like it? What does it taste like to you?
It tastes like blue raspberry with a twist.
Yeah, there we go. John?
Yeah, it's not as powdery as GFuel. It's pretty nice.
It's kind of I feel like it's kind of in between, because GFuel is pretty powdery and GamerSupps is not powdery to me, so this definitely feels like it lands in the middle. I think it's a very astute observation of taste there with the blue raspberry with the twist, because it is kind of blue raspberry-ish, but not quite. I would imagine Ghost of Tabor is going to actually incorporate this into the game if they haven't already, because they were the ones that had the energy chews inside the game that you could use, and then when I went to their launch party, we actually got those real energy chews in real life. I will say this tastes infinitely better. The energy chews were like a Starburst, but they had so much caffeine in them that they tasted intense when you tried to eat one. Like, it was, oh, they were so bitter. There was like such a chemical flavor to them. In the world of gamer energy drinks, which we have only just barely gotten into, I would say this is pretty decent. It's a little more tart than I expected though. It's a little citrusy, a little lemony. That's just round one. We're gonna see at what point in this we get to the point of we're feeling really good and awake, and what point we go way too far beyond over the top. So I think the logical next step after that would probably be the raspberry raspberry lemonade. Just so I don't destroy my entire team here, we're gonna go a little light on the scoop. GFuel definitely foams up differently. It more bubbles, and then the bubbles drop. All right, round 2, GFuel hype sauce raspberry lemonade.
It's terrible.
That's like no flavor.
There's no flavor. I feel like it's stronger than the first one was. What do you think?
I think it just tastes like chalk, like fizzy chalk.
Yeah, it's so powdery after that. It's weird. You have this alone on its own, and you get the raspberry on it, but right after this, I don't know, it just kind of tastes like we're drinking powder. And I did nearly a full scoop and not nearly that much water, so you would think it'd be a lot stronger. We're gonna have a seriously, either an overly productive or a completely unproductive day. When it came to the GFuels, my favorite was Sage Mode, and I feel like after how much that messed up the perspective on this, I feel like we have to at least try Sage Mode to make sure that there is a GFuel that we'd still drink. Because now I'm like, man, maybe after Glytch, I just don't want to touch GFuel ever again. I wasn't planning on trying all 6 of these today. This really was not in the works.
Anything else is not in my day plans. Hospital visit.
All right, round 3. Neo?
That one didn't hit as much.
So for you, this is the best so far. Then which one's next?
I'd say the Sage Mode before the other one, because like this one just has flavor, at least to me.
So the Sage Mode is still better. We're ending up with a ranking here so far. Yeah, the GFuels, when you taste them against others, you notice how powdery they are and how chalky they are. We're gonna switch to GamerSupps because we're gonna die if we keep going down this road. GamerSupps is actually the mildest of the 3 with the smallest amount you add and the lowest amount of caffeine. I think it's 100, 140, and 225 if you do their full serving, although if you do the half like they say, then it'd be around 112. You can see the scoop is tiny. Oh man, oh man. That may not look crazy shaky on camera, but for me, my hands are very still. That's pretty shaky. I can feel it when I'm like trying to grab this stuff. This one, if you like it carbonated, is probably gonna be the least reactive at least, just because there's so little of it. And we're gonna do a decently concentrated, well, we're doing 10 ounces. I guess that's fair and comparable. But this one will probably be lighter on flavor than anything we've tasted today. GamerSupps Red Raspberry. The weird thing that we learned too about GamerSupps, because John was really experimenting with these when they were just on his desk in his old studio. It's way less powder, it's way less stuff. The coloring, the dye actually was slowly staining the GFuel bottle, which had been used for weeks before that with just GFuel, and it wasn't staining at all. So the red in this was a bit more robust, we'll say. My head and brain are starting to feel great, but my stomach is really questioning my life choices.
GamerSupps is so nice.
GamerSupps is just, it's probably the cleanest flavor, I would say, of all of them. It's just caffeinated Crystal Light.
That tasted like a normal drink.
Yeah, it's not hitting you in the face with powder. Well, at this point, I guess we should just do them all. We only got 2 left. All right, PewDiePie's official flavor, which is lingonberry, which is an actual berry. We're gonna go a half scoop, and we're only gonna do like 6 ounces of water. I'm not trying to die today. So this should be the right concentration, but just a half dose. I'm definitely not tired anymore. I'll give it that. Round 5? I don't even know.
That's real bad.
Is that the worst one, in your opinion? I kind of feel like I still think the raspberry's worse.
I agree, because that one didn't have any flavor. At least this has flavor.
Neo's over there thinking that just none of this has any flavor anymore. He's already become immune to all of it. Okay, last round. This is guacamole gamer barf, because we're all gonna barf after this, I think.
We'll say GamerSupps has like the best names for their drinks, at least.
I think Skill Issue is a pretty great name. I gotta be honest. If we were to make a gamer energy drink, what flavor, what would the name of it be?
Bratty acid.
I was kind of thinking unboxing blood with a bloody samurai sword on the front.
That's pretty solid.
It's actually Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000. Although if you asked me if I had to taste a fart or barf, I don't know that I have a good answer for you.
That'll be our next tasting test video.
How do you taste a fart? Don't answer that in the comments. Actually, I don't think I want to know the answer. All right, last round. Well, potentially last round.
Better be the last round.
I kind of feel like after all, we have to go back and taste that, but just a little bit, just to check the flavor against everything else. Because as we saw, when you start with one, it affects the flavor of the rest. Don't try this at home. We are professionals of some sort. Neo doesn't know I've been dumping more in his cup than anyone else's. It's starting to have a reverse effect, and I feel almost sleepy in a weird way. This one is the lightest on flavor by far.
It's like a...
It's a fart.
Oh.
It's just a calm mist of, you know, gentle fart to the face.
I don't remember farts being this bad.
It's like, at least when I smell a fart, it's enjoyable.
A very small final taste to come back around and see, and then we're gonna figure out our final ranking here. How do you, and they say a half scoop, how is a half scoop, like, is that a half scoop, or, and that's a whole scoop, or are you trying to half that? The directions are not clear. Would you like foam on your latte? All right, final round. We've tasted them all. I feel awake and alert though, I'll say.
God.
Wow. It is strong. That's even, I didn't even put that much in there. That's definitely by far the most flavorful.
Powder with a side of water.
I taste the tartness still very strong. Definitely having one after another affects the flavors. I will say for me personally, this still by far beats out any of the GFuels. I think what it comes down to is it's kind of like GamerSupps versus the GFuel. Like for me, I would probably say something like this is the order. So if I'm here and I just need a little boost, I just want something kind of fresh, or I want to just like make a big bottle of water into something a little easier to drink, I'd probably reach for the Supps, and that would just be like something to keep me on an even keel. But if I got in here super tired, I had to leave for a flight at 3 in the morning or something, I feel like this, it's gonna hit you hard and fast. Not just the caffeine, but the flavor even. Like you take a sip of that and it almost wakes you up weirdly like coffee. Like this is no joke. If you have a skill issue in a game, I don't know if it's gonna make you better or worse, but it's gonna do something to you for sure. Maybe we'll do more testing down the road on that. This one, light on flavor, but still, I've drank this enough now that I can tell you it's decent. Like in a bottle of water, you're just kind of chilling, sipping on it. And if you haven't had 5 other flavors first, it does have some flavor. And then the GFuels, this is the only one I ever think, oh, I kind of like want that flavor. These ones, they're there. And they'll be there in the cupboard. Ultimately, I think it's really cool that we're starting to see like the VR space grow enough that we're seeing like a custom flavor showing up in VR. Like, I think that's pretty awesome. So what do you think out there? I'm curious, you know, there's a lot of debate. These things have like tons of vitamins added and stuff, and there's a lot of debate whether these are good or bad or super dangerous. The ingredient list is, man, it's something else here. We'll report back later how productive today is and we'll see what happens. But I'm definitely not trying all these today. But thanks to Glytch, thanks to GFuel who sent us that, and then thanks to one of you out there who wanted to send us that. Thanks to Assassin32 for the soda stream, and thanks to all of you for being here once again. We'll see you in another reality.